Hey guys, DBSlayer7 here. What's up? Something a little different today. This is my E3 vlogs. No costume, no hat, no editing, none of that. It's just gonna be unscripted vlogs. This is going to be the Ubisoft video. I didn't make a video for Xbox, Microsoft, because I don't like the Xbox or Microsoft at all at this point. I'll illustrate that in some other video some other time, but whatever. I didn't make an EA video because I kind of got into the middle of it, and I generally, quick thoughts, I guess. There's the new Dragon Age, It's all hearsay, and knowing EA, there's going to be a bunch of bull crap because they're EA. But this is the Ubisoft video, and I wrote some notes down, presentation. First of all, they started off with their Far Cry 4. I guess it's going to be the opening cinematic. They showed off the villain, the guy on the cover, who you all thought was racist because he looked white. He is white, actually. He's British, I think. But it's not about racism. He's a villain. He's a bad guy. He's doing bad things because he's bad. From what I've seen, he's not as good as Voss, but Voss himself was lightning in a bottle, so it's going to be hard to top him at all. It looked fine, it looked cool, the Himalayan setting is pretty nice, you might get, it's snowy, the last game was all tropical island, sand beaches and stuff like that. Now we're gonna get into mountaintops, snow, some snow stuff. There was a monkey, cool monkey. It was pre-rendered scenes, so nothing much to talk about there. Aisha Tyler came back. She's the unofficial spokesperson for Ubisoft, and I love Aisha Tyler. She's hilarious. I love that it's not some bad comedian like Mr. Caffeine. I'm glad they've done away with him. It's somebody who is actually funny, who is in the industry, who seems generally interested in video games, who loves playing video games, who is a giant of a woman. She's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but she is tall. She's already tall, like she's like 6 foot, plus she has on like 1 foot heels, so everybody who comes on looks tiny to her, so they're all looking up at her. It's hilarious. She brought her, she was a little toned down this time. It's very, these are very short. It's not big, giant extravagances, she didn't have girl wood across her boobs, she said a few expletives, but she wasn't overdoing it. She learned from her last conference that, hey, that stuff's funny for a while, but let's get to the games, and that's fine, It's good to have fun, but don't overdo it. Don't patronize us gamers. They did Just Dance, if you like that game, that's fine. It looks fine. It's going to have Pharrell Williams Happy in it, some new stuff, and I'm sure an updated soundtrack. Just like sports games, it's going to be the same stuff, If you like the game, that's fine, I don't care, Phone app crap, oh, you can go on your phone app and instantly play Just Dance. No one cares. The Division, really well done. I'm kind of cynical right now, just because something looks good and cool doesn't mean it's going to be in the final product. Because this guy, which is a Ubisoft game, so definitely can't really trust Ubisoft after this. I love Watch Dogs, don't get me wrong. It's just, it became a giant hype train, and they lied about the graphics wholeheartedly. They tried to cover their ass and say, oh, what we showed you was the PC graphics. This is the Xbox. The PC graphics aren't even that good. So don't piss on my back and call it rain, okay, Ubisoft? I hope they learned their lesson with Watch Dogs, and we can get past it, say it's a good game, whatever. Next, The Crew. It's Ubisoft's driving game, I guess. The trailer sucked, actually. It was kind of gameplay footage, I guess, but they zoomed it out and like sped it up, so it wasn't like actual driving. It was like very fast-paced, like somebody hit the fast-forward button on their VCR. And what we got was a trailer that didn't look, good. It didn't show gameplay, it showed sped up gameplay. And I tweeted, I've been live tweeting these things. Follow me on Twitter. And I know, first world problems, but it can get really tiresome because you're trying to keep up with the feed you're watching and tweet and type things, and you're trying to be funny at the same time and relevant, while also making sure to put the proper hashtags. So while it's not as backbreaking as, say, a factory job, it is a mental, drain, which is, I'm glad they put a 2-hour break in between, because next is the Sony conference. But we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to move right along. The crew racing game, whatever. Assassin's Creed, Unity. It looked fine. I tweeted you got 4 different colored Ezio, so I said Ezio, The Legend of Ezio, Four Swords Adventures. So I guess it's co-op gameplay, and I'd like to see that seems interesting. Some co-op. I'm not a multiplayer, but couch co-op with my friends and assassinate some people. It's probably gonna be what Brotherhood tried to be, which was just find the needle in the haystack and hope you don't get stabbed in the neck. It's during the French Revolution, so sort of in the same vein as maybe Assassin's Creed 3, a little earlier, I guess, because it happened before then. But, maybe the story, you'll meet some famous people, but again, Americans might not get invested in it as much as they did Assassin's Creed 3 or the Black Flag, because the Black Flag had popular pirates. And this might be good for French people, which is Ubisoft. They're French, they don't have to cater to us all the time. They have to cater to their own people, and that's fine, and it looks fun. They showed gameplay of the Assassin's Creed. It wasn't finished by any means. There's no UI at all. It's very bland, very alpha footage, which is fine, at least they showed something. They didn't just give us a pretty trailer and say, that's coming in 2015 or some, it looked like they're working on it. The guy didn't look interested. I mean, he was like, this is the new game. So, whatever. After that, we had what's going to be on everyone's remix highlight reel, Shape Up, which is basically DDR and Just Dance mixed together. It's literally DDR. I guess it's going to be a Kinect game. Like I said, if you like that stuff, fine. But you're just be prepared to look stupid. Shape Up is more of a fitness game, because they showed it's you and somebody else playing the game, and it's not just DDR, it's not just dancing around. There's like mini game stuff. It's like red light, green light, freeze, now do push-ups and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what, that could be fun. That could be nice party game. And it's kind of a backhanded way of France telling us that we're fat. That we need a nice, fun, entertaining exercise game. Well, guess what? A French guy and an American guy were battling each other, and guess who won? America! Take that, Frenchie! That's all I gotta say on that. Valiant Hearts, the next big indie-looking game from Ubisoft, a AAA company. I say it looks indie because the art style, while nice, I guess, is very basic. It looks like Alien Hominid, Castle Crashers type art style. It's set in World War I, and, where it's going to have all the indie game tropes that'll get it awards or get it high ratings. It's going to be sad because there's a dog sitting on all of the graves, and there's graves, but there's a part in the trailer where, like, your sergeant is like, rah, 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 with his mustache cartoonishly flying off his face like he's a Beetle Bailey cartoon, and I'm like, I want to laugh at that, but this is a game about World War I, so I don't know if I should laugh or something. I don't know. It could be great, it could be good, it could be basic, it could be bad, we don't know. It's going to be sold on its story, like the other one, I want to see more from the UbiArt engine, but I want to see more like what Rayman does. Rayman is the pinnacle, the apex of the UbiArt engine. And we would see more from it if Ubisoft would let it go, but they're like, no, we need to keep their cred, but the only games that'll work for it are games that look like indie games, unless we put a lot of money in it, like Rayman, and it sells. By the way, where's Rayman, huh? Where's the next Rayman game? I want more musical levels. And furthermore, where's Beyond Good and Evil 2? What the hell? That's what pisses me off. A game gets worldwide acclaim, but because it didn't hit its million mark, and because it didn't make them as much money as they thought it would, they don't want to make another one. That was made like 15 years ago where Twitter wasn't even a thing. Do you know how popular that game would be now? There's a million YouTube channels to sell this thing. People will buy it. If nothing else, you'll get coverage of it, man. Come on. Let Michel Ancel do his thing with another game. I love Rayman, but let him do something with Beyond Good and Evil. I saw the test footage like 6 years ago, and it was great. I want more. And finally, they finished it with Rainbow Six game. I didn't get the title. Rainbow Six Edge of something. Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Darkness, I guess. But the trailer, it looked highly scripted. It was scripted. It might look pre-rendered. It didn't look like final gameplay unless you're playing on a PC, and even then, it's not gonna be final gameplay. The trailer was like a multiplayer match. The people talking were talking like the normal human beings, as in they were saying, "Shit, fuck, oh, they're using the thing. I sound like a 20-year-old." Furthermore, the trailer seems fake because they have a bunch of guys and they're all respecting each other and playing the game. They're not saying expletives, you know. And I'm not trying to paint all multiplayer gamers in the same light. I'm just saying, come on, guys, it's a little cheesy. And then they had one girl gamer there, and I'm like, okay, a girl gamer, she's not getting assaulted with sexual abuse. She's not getting... Don't give me that jazz. Don't sit there and say that there are people who respect women on the internet. I'm just joking. I'm sure there's plenty of, female gamers out there who play multiplayer matches and they don't get harassed, they play with their friends, and that's fine. Yeah, a bunch of multiplayer games. Ubisoft usual, Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, and Aisha Tyler, she was funny throughout the whole thing, it was a nice thing. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that. In another 2 hours at 9 o'clock, because I live on the East Coast, we'll have the Sony conference. And me being a Sony supporter, I can't wait. I hope to see lots of good things. I hope to see some more of their main games, maybe another Ratchet and Clank, maybe. Maybe another Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, whatever. We'll get to that when we get to that. Right now, I'm gonna take a break, get my mind ready, rest, and get ready for the next Sony conference, and then we'll be done for the day. And then tomorrow, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, it's Nintendo. Oh boy. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe if you want to. Comment in the section below. Tell me what you thought of the Ubisoft presentation, if you so like. And I will see you later.